2 of the National Football League. And this one features Josh Jacobs. He was terrific a week ago, reaching 115 yards. It's the Raiders and the Cardinals, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, I'd say it's a study in contrast. Young versus, well, let's say experienced. Kyler Murray of the Cardinals, Derek Carr of the Raiders.
And you are on point about that because you definitely don't say old now. That won't gain you any points, but you're right. You got one guy who's still kind of figuring things out. Still at that point where he's learning more with each game he plays. And then on the other side of the field, you've got a guy who's kind of seeing it all at this point. Maybe his body's slowed a little, but the knowledge of the game, still top-notch, and he can win with his mind.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was hard to powder all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
What now?
Carr going to throw right away. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play action. Now it's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing now is Carr. Back to Renfrow again, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Carr to throw again. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Well, here comes Kyler Murray in his 4th NFL season leading this Cardinal offense. Already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his time with Arizona.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Murray now to throw. He's got his man. That's Ertz downfield. He's got room at the 30. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And it's caught. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They'll run for the 1st time with James Conner. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Quickly into the hands of Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Raiders have won all the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And the all-pro safety Buda Baker in on the tackle.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now Carr. Flush to his right. Able to find Warner. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 3 catches now this afternoon. The same number he had all of last week. So it's a 1st down.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here. But they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. One more time with Jacobs. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 7-7, our score after 1. 2nd quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the gun, it's Carr. Into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, Monday night doubleheader, Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern, and then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. Fancy running by Murray. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st. To throw is Murray. Finding Ertz here on the out route. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun now for Murray. On the right side, caught by Green. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Runs over him. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Brought down at the 45-yard line. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Throwing now is Murray. It's complete to Brown, right side. And then he's stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Murray a give. This is counter. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Murray going to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
First down by DeAndre Hopkins, and this guy, he's looking for a rebound from uncharacteristically low numbers last season. Missed the first significant time of his career due to injury.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This take it in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Carr completes it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. From just shy of midfield, Carr escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Carr can be in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. Carr now on first down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
From midfield, here's Carr. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Carr. He gets this one to Johnson. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Carr to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get the rest.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Well, that was an intriguing call. You got a chip shot field goal. Tight game. Why not just take the 3?
I know that not all the old rules apply in today's NFL, and in fact, I'd love to have an analytics coach here with us right now to say why that was probably a good play. I don't know that even the analytics coach would have said that. That seemed like a bad play. Take the points there and move on.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout. Make making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. With a white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on him. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started out in Denver, and it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. The Texans already 1-0, trying to make it 2 straight as they lead on the road. Let's stay in the AFC West and check out what's going on with the Chiefs at home in Arrowhead. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Zach Wilson, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Now Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Murray now. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. On 2nd and 10. Murray hurts over the middle. And they're going to get this up to midfield. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4. Here's Andy Lee now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he gets this up past the 30. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
A Raider first down, 17 yards. Now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr will find his tight end. That's Waller. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Carr. Quickly a slant to Renfro. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Carr now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have went neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine, but going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board. Carlson down to add the extra point.
got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. We've got a brand-new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Throwing on first down is Murray. Flushed out right. Ertz has it left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. To throw again on second down. Murray, he's got Green. Murray to the veteran Green for the Cardinal first. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. There's Murray. Finds his running back, James Conner. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. Murray to run again. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Murray going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
All-start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Now Murray throwing on second down. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Now here comes Abdullah on the return. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Carr going to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down. And he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Carr. Back to Renfrow again. Complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Carr. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Throwing now is Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Here's Carr to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller from 4 yards out. part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow, they do tack on the extra point as well, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. But Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Able to find Ertz. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage moves from 137-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Again, a run with Connor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On second down, Connor looking for space. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Murray giving to Connor on the option. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Extra point good by Prater, and they will take a 7-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So Carr and the Raiders now down 28-21, 46 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Carr connecting with Johnson, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And he'll wind up getting about 8, but the clock will run. Also, don't forget, it's now 3rd down. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
A big conversion on 4th down, but no timeouts left, so you got to go quick here.
Carr to throw. This to possibly force OT. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A really nice knockdown. He gets so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man, because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. 93. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This to possibly force OT. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Cards, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.